Welcome, friends, and welcome to the latest program on Dialogues on Social Enterprise. And we're very fortunate today to have with us Mark Van Ness, who is the chairman and co-founder of the Social Enterprise Institute. We've been trying to get Mark down here for some time, but he's moving around the world so fast we can't catch him. But he just got back from Australia, where he was at a global meeting of the Young Presidents organization, which really was something that he has been involved in for most of his business career, and served as sort of the model for the creation of the Social Enterprise Institute. Mark, tell us a little bit about what you've been up to, and where were you and what were you doing?
Well, I was in Sydney for a week and then followed up with another week in Vietnam. And the Sydney event was the Global Leadership Conference, which is the big annual international event for YPO, WPO. We recently merged the two organizations, Young Presidents Organization and World Presidents Organization, which brings together about 16,000 presidents from around the world as the largest leadership organization in the world.
Now, a lot of people may not know exactly what YPO is. Now, of course, in the business community, we know that, but we're talking to people who may not know much about it. What is YPO? Tell us a little bit about the organization.
It's a nonprofit organization founded to bring young presidents together with similar challenges and issues at a similar stage in their lives to learn from each other in a peer-to-peer learning environment. So we get together once a month in small groups of 10 to 12, normally leaders in a group. Some people call it mastermind groups. Other people call it peer-to-peer learning. But the idea is to meet and learn from each other's experiences, benefit from each other's contacts and relationships and knowledge, and so we bring challenges we're having to the table and learn from each other about similar experiences we've had, and it's been invaluable for me. I've been in these type of groups for, gosh, over 18 years, and when I started my business I had about 60 employees and was about 30 years old at the time, actually, and you know, it's grown to closer to 1,500 employees since then, and it's been tremendously valuable in overcoming all the hurdles and challenges to make that happen.
So you had a great experience there, and obviously you're of the belief that the way in which these forums work on the business level can be applied on the nonprofit level as well, or in the area of social enterprise.
Yes, actually it started out as just a question of would this be valuable in the nonprofit world, and so Dave McDonough and I invited 8 nonprofit leaders in Orange County to have a forum type meeting. This was maybe 3 years ago, I would guess, and I facilitated. We had a 4-hour meeting. At the end of the meeting, I asked them. I said, "Was this valuable?" And they said, "Oh yes, definitely." And I said, "Well, you know, would you like to do it again?" And they said, "Yes, we would." And could we bring some of our peers and colleagues? And so we said, "Well, sure." And so, you know, I thought, well, we'll do it another month. And each month, more people came, and within 9 months, there were, I think, 29 people in the room. And Dave and I got together. And we said, you know, there's a huge need for this, and we need to create an organization to bring this value to, you know, more than just the, you know, Orange County community, but on a much larger scale, very similar to the YPO model, or you know, Vistage model, which is very similar in terms of leadership organizations.
The idea of applying business practices and organizational structures that have been successful in the for-profit world into this area of social enterprise is obviously a very valuable approach for these nonprofits. Tell us a little bit about how you perceive the success or challenges of this particular activity that you're doing right now with the nonprofits. I mean, you've been doing it with the for-profits for a long time. How's it different, and what are some of the big challenges?
Well, the biggest surprise for me was how little the differences are. The issues are very similar to the issues in the more for-profit oriented forums that I've been in. Most issues come down to people issues, and whether you're running a for-profit or non-profit, they're just very similar. But I did notice that we needed more of a diversity in the groups, where we had business leaders as well as the nonprofit leaders in the room, and so we began mixing those two groups, and it's been very exciting and fruitful to have those two groups together, and they both benefit. Initially, I think the business folks come in thinking, oh, and I did the same thing. I thought, oh, I'm going to be helping the nonprofit community by doing this, and it's more a charitable activity. And the reality is, I've gotten just as much, that I've been able to take back to my life, to my business, and gotten tremendous value by participating.
Well, I know there are quite a few YPO organizations around the world today. How many are there?
Oh, well, we're in 100 countries, and there's 16,000 members. So I don't know exactly how many chapters there are, but I guess you could do the math and work it backward and figure there's forum, 10 to 12 members per forum. So it's a whole lot of.
How long has it been in business?
Started in the 50s. Yeah.
So 50 years to get to that point. I wonder how long it's going to take the Social Enterprise Institute to get to that number.
Oh, we'll do it quicker.
Well, you heard it here from Mark Van Ness, who is the founder the co-founder of the Social Enterprise Institute and the current chairman. Mark, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thanks, Andy.
We look forward to having you come back and tell us a little bit more about some of the other exciting things that are going on.
I can't wait.
We're signing off, and we'll see you next time on Dialogues on Social Enterprise.